I'm one of the national co-chairs for Catholics for Obama. It's kind of an ad hoc collection of prominent national Catholics in the United States that are interested in President Obama's reelection and interested in advancing the prospects of the Democratic Party. I'm 100% pro-life. If it was up to me, I'd overturn Roe v. Wade tomorrow. I'm actively working as part of Democrats for Life to try to change the Democrats in regards to their attitude toward abortion. If I had the power to kind of craft the campaign to go after the Catholic vote, one of the things that I'd really encourage them to do is to try to be just a little bit more big tent in regards to welcoming pro-life members to support the president. The question is whether, for me personally, the social justice issues of the church somehow trump the so-called religious right issues of gay marriage and abortion and euthanasia and stem cell research. In fact, for me, the most important issue, I think, facing America today is the crisis associated with abortion. And that, more than anything else, is what motivates me in my political life. That said, I'm also very much a social justice Catholic. I take the concerns, the idea of the preferential option for the poor, as we say in Catholic terms, very highly. It's very important to me. Not as important as the abortion issue, but it's right up there in terms of importance. It's morality all the way down. Just as abortion is a moral issue, so is how we care for the poor. So is how we care for the immigrant. It's a huge fabric of morality, and we can't just pull out a single strand. We have to try to get our arms around that whole fabric. One of the things that very much concerns me about the other side, about Romney-Ryan and the budget they're proposing, are the kind of cuts that they're proposing to, especially to Medicaid. In the United States, about 1/3 of all the births in America are currently paid for by Medicaid. And by 2022, if we follow the logic of the Romney-Ryan budget, we'd be looking at a 40% decrease in the amount of funding available. It certainly signals to me that we could be looking at more unborn deaths in the United States. Now, you might say, well, yes, but the Republican Party is in favor of overturning Roe v. Wade, of doing away with abortion rights. But since Roe's decision, there have been several occasions when the Republicans controlled all three branches of government, and what have they done? So thinking about that history and looking at the reality of the cuts to Medicaid, and of course Medicaid is just the tip of the iceberg of the cuts that are being proposed. I have personally come to conclude that it's a tough decision, but it's more pro-life, I think, to support the Democrats this election.